Hey guys, so welcome to a kind of different episode of 904 Fishing. I haven't been able to go fishing yet because it hasn't been the weekend, and it's 6 o'clock and pitch black outside right now, so it doesn't really work when you work a full-time job and try to go fishing after work because it's already dark and it's kind of hard to record in that. So instead, I'm going to be doing an honest review of the Googan Baits. I've got 3 different kinds of Googan Baits here, or I should say 2 different kinds, 3 different colors. So I've got the green pumpkin there. It's green with red flake. Everyone, uses those. I've got green with black flake, green with black flake. So that's what we're looking at there. And then I've got some green with black flake trick worms. They call them the Slim Shake, but basically just a trick worm. And then I've got 3 comparison items to go against it. For the craws, I got Rage Scale because this is what I buy. I got similar things of what I could use there. This is green with kind of some silver, black, flake in there. And then this is green with red flake there. And then for my trick worms, all I use is Zoom. So I'm going to show you the back of the packaging so you can kind of see it there. That's the green with black flake. Now, I know everyone's going nuts over these Googan Baits because of like who the Googans are and, what they, fish and how they fish and all their videos and whatnot. And so I can understand why, but the first thing I noticed, like my first impression of these when I pull these out is they're super oily. I mean, like really, really, really oily. They smell kind of weird. It says open, sniff, catch. So I don't know. It smells like any other plastic bait. I've seen a lot of videos of guys like going nuts over these baits. My initial impression is they're not anything special. I don't think that there's something that I want to spend a bunch of money on, which I'm going to get into that as well. But, I mean, there's just like, I don't know if you guys can see the glisten like from these baits, but there's just so much oil on these baits. It's absolutely ridiculous. But that's basically what you're looking at there with a Slim Shake worm. That's what you're looking at there. And then for comparison, I'm going to show you the Zoom worm. So, I mean, they're pretty similar. If you ask me, you put them side by side, it's kind of hard to tell the difference. One's a little darker than the other. Other than that, they're pretty similar. I like Zoom. That's what I use. That's what I prefer. That's what I fish with. But this is just ridiculous to me how much people are going nuts over these baits and they're not, really stopping to think about them and how much they cost and, if they're really worth it. So first thing I'm going to get into is price because I know that's like a big thing for me. I know some people like, drop money on a lot of name brand things and sometimes I do drop money on name brand things. But if I can get something that's expensive that does the same thing as something that's cheap, I'm going to get the cheap thing every time. So the main thing I'm going to talk about is price point and if it's worth it. These 3 Googan Baits right here, okay? So I got a 7-pack of craws, a second 7-pack of craws, and a 9-pack of the shake worms. This cost me $21. These 3 bags right here. $21. That's absolute insanity. I'm going to break it down by how much each one costs here in just a second. Now, in comparison to the stuff that I normally buy, which is 2 packs of Rage Craws and a pack of Zooms, this only cost me $12.79. So I'll round it up to $13. This cost me $13. So do I think the Googans are, right off the bat worth $8 more? Probably not. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think, I would spend an extra $8 to get baits like that. But I'm going to break down, individually. It's just that the baits are so oily. That's kind of frustrating to me. But I know some people like that, so I'm not going to ding them on that. That's just a personal thing. Similar packaging to the Rage Craws. It's got the hard plastic, so the craws don't actually lose their shape. You can kind of see it there. These are also very oily. I can feel it. So these Rage Craws, all the Googan Baits are $6.99. I got these at Dick's Sporting Goods. They were all $6.99. But one kind of fell out there. But that's kind of what you're looking at when you open it there. So this is $6.99. So I'm going to go ahead and each of these are 99 cents a piece. So I'm going to round that up to $1. And so each of these baits are $1. They're so oily, it's sliding right off me. Each of these baits are $1 a piece. That's a little pricey in my opinion. It's got kind of the thing there. I always usually break that. But overall, not too bad. I do like the look of the bait. They're the claws, I guess. Claws are, big and they're gonna, float around underwater because I usually use these Texas rigs, so I like that. I don't know how these look underwater. I'm also going to do an underwater comparison video. That's going to be a later time and date, but that's not too bad right there. We're going to go ahead and look at the comparison of the Rage Craws and see how that looks in comparison to, my hands are so oily I can't even get the packaging open. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right, there we go. All right, so these are the Rage Craws. You can see it there. Very similar style packaging. Very similar style craws, in my opinion. So this just, I didn't sniff this one, but this bag, it just smells like plastic. I don't smell anything like special. Whereas with the Rage Craws, if you guys use them, you know, they smell like coffee, which I enjoy. Okay, so there's the two craws right there. Not a ton of difference. It looks like the Googan Bait one might be a little meatier in the claw section, but as for the body, you know, they're pretty similar. The body looks like the Rage Craw is a little bigger, and then that's what we're looking at as far as, come on, let me see if I can get them side by side. That's what we're looking at as far as the Rage Craw is concerned. Hopefully this is coming out well for you guys because I have no idea what it looks like. So the cost for the Rage Craws are only 70 cents a piece. So do I think that the Googan Baits are worth an extra 30 cents? Again, right off the bat, no. I really don't. They look exactly the same. They're probably going to do exactly the same thing inside the water. Maybe the Googan Bait has this crazy thing that I don't know about, and you know it's going to perform great underwater, but initially I'm going to play the skeptic here because all the videos that I've seen on Facebook have been nothing but praise, and I do, you know, like what they're doing. I like how they've gone so far as to have their own baits, but do I think that they're going to step into a kind of a saturated market with people that, you know, are stuck in their ways and like what they're doing with the baits that they buy? Yes, I do. So I think it's going to be kind of tough for them, especially with people like me who's going to, you know, critique them like this. So this is the big one that really caught my attention. Now I want you guys to notice this is $6.99 for these. If you guys want to count these, there's 9 of them in here, okay? This is a 9-pack for $6.99. That's about 77 cents per worm, okay, per worm. And again, I already showed you the comparison, but I'll show you guys again just to, you know, reiterate my point. But it's a little crazy how much the Googan Baits cost per bait when you break it down as per, you know, the zooms. Because this is a 20-pack of zooms, all right? 20-pack of zooms cost me $2.79. For those of you that are bad at math, that's 13 cents a piece, okay? So that's 13 cents as compared to 77 cents. Do I think that this is worth 5.9 times more? Do I think that the Googan Bait is worth 5.9 times more, basically 6 times more, as much as the Zoom? Again, looking at them on the table, I don't. I really don't. They look very similar. Plastic. They smell pretty much exactly the same. I will say that looks like the Googan one has a little more detail on it as far as like the ribbed action goes. It looks armored almost as compared to the just normal, you know, worm style of the Zoom. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's kind of like notches in it. It looks like plated armor as opposed to just the curved, you know, worm-like style ridges on the Zoom. I guess that's to make it look more unique. But, you know, it's very similar through and through. It'd be very hard to tell these apart in a blind test, but I don't know. Initially, I'm not all too impressed with the Googan Baits just because of the price point and because that, you know, like I said, everyone's just losing their shit over these baits. I don't think they're anything special. I think it's cool what they're doing, but I don't think it's anything to go out and spend $7 on. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not telling anybody to go spend, you know, go buy these. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, in my opinion, personally, would I buy these? No, I would not. I mean, the packaging looks cool. You know, it's flashy. It's, you know, it's green. It shows you, you know, it shows you all the stuff on the back of it, and the Zoom is straightforward. Zoom, 20 count. You know, trick worm, watermelon seed, the original 20 count. You know, that's all you get. You get the Zoom company on the back. That's it. That's all they got. Rage Tail's a little flashier. You know, they got all their product information on the back. But like I said, would I spend $21 on 3 bags of baits, or would I rather spend $13 on 3 bags of baits? The answer is pretty clear. I'm going to do a not taste test. I'm not going to get these. I'm going to go do a fishing test with these. And I'm going to actually give, I'm going to do my best to find somebody that's equal in my skill, so we can each use, you know, I'll use these 3 and then they use these 3 for an hour, and then we switch and, you know, compare and contrast, see how the results go. But I don't see the Googan Baits being worth that much more money for what you're getting. So yeah, I look forward to the video showing the comparison fishing. When it is up, I'll link it down in the description below. But until then, I will see you guys later. If you're looking for the video for the giveaway, I will be doing it shortly. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.